This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
Hey, yo.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dudes paid in full, gunning to be the best.
We're wrestlers in a wrestling ring. Let's just freaking wrestle.
The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
Hey, hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Automatic, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else we find this fine night of recording. And live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel, we talk about professional wrestling, both for the mainstream and the independent scene. Yeah, I'm back! Kinda glad I took that Friday off last week. Holy Jesus. I mean, all that dust, I'm allergic to that shit. You would have heard me sneezing all over the place. My name's Matty, by the way, that is TWK.
I'm Belt Man.
Of course, joining us as always, the Shintigercurl. Nope. Shin?
Sorry, guys. I was a bit distracted. I've been trying to get the smell out of my room all day.
Oh, nuts. What happened?
Yeah, it was a bad thing. It was my own fault. This is what happens when you spend all day burning Disco Inferno.
Oh, no. Oh, the smell of bullshit. You poor bastard.
Smell of bullshit and failure.
Oh,
It's gonna be.
Folks, that's the smell. That's the kind of smell Axe leaves behind.
No,
Jeez.
this is not the regular Axe. He's not good enough for the regular Axe. He's the off-brand Axe.
Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah, the kind that causes chemical burns. Yeah, he did that. Yeah, that's him.
Folks, college. Not even once. Place smelled okay because they actually used the Axe that actually smells decent. But no. We couldn't touch that radio station for a week. Well, not without gas masks. Made radio a little difficult that time. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk about Disco and him being a fucking idiot in a minute. By the way, Lefty XP, kind of excited. Don't know what to expect. Well, you expect about an 80-minute podcast. Talk about professional wrestling with three nerds. Talk about nerd shit, including wrestling shit.
And dumb jokes.
And, yeah, especially dumb jokes. Before we do, a bit of an announcement. Now, many of you who are regulars over at RVT Entertainment's Twitch channel may have come to a understanding that the Anime Mavericks podcast is wrapping up. In fact, tomorrow is Kira Crystal's last pick. And then the next week, it's the last one, the big show there. If you want to know why, go to the Shades' YouTube channel. He explains the whole deal behind it. And actually, in the podcast, it is explained as well. But it's this week and next weekend, and then the next weekend we asked, hey, SmackDown WWE is starting to get good again. Mind if we take Saturday so we don't get out, so people can actually watch SmackDown and actually enjoy Michael Cole, which is a phrase I didn't think I was gonna say, but there we go. By the way,
imagine thinking you were going to say that back during the Michael Cole heel era.
I would have said, "Go home, Matty. You're drunk. Go to goddamn bed," because you had to be drunk to enjoy that shit, or high. Not gonna say. I'm not gonna shit on people who just want to get the hot place. By the way, speaking of Cure, he's in the chat. Guess who's got 2 thumbs and 2 tickets to AEW Rampage Dynamite shows in Toronto? This guy.
Ooh.
Had to go through the scalpers. Oh, poor guy. Scalpers are good. I didn't put them on the loser list, but they are on losers for fucking up that thing. Yeah, it's sold out because scalpers want to make fucking money. Bastards. That being said, we have a show to do. Drunk? No. Cyber Rider. Drunk? No. Crazy? Probably. Yeah, maybe. It's our motto here at RVT. You know, it's like, you don't have to be crazy to be able to work around here, but it helps. Definitely helps here anyway. Gotta be crazy to hang out with these two people. And I'm fucking nuts. All right, I'll shut up. So, all of you,
nuts?
Come on. Let's get nuts. All right, I know what you want to hear. Hey, Matty, what's clip of the week? Like you fucking know. Because you don't. I didn't tell you. Till now. Yeah. When we last left this show, we were anticipating Mox versus Punk at All Out. And it may still happen. Not a scalper, but just an accidental purchase. Oh, so you got lucky with one of the actually cheap tickets. Nice. Nice cure. Last we left off, we were anticipating the return of Kenny. We got Kenny. We were anticipating the officializing of Punk versus Moxley for All Out. Indeed, that was indeed what happened. And then Punk versus Mox decided to brawl multiple times. So it was moved up to this Wednesday. And, well, people were concerned, saying, well, wait, it's not the main event? And I'll explain why I think it was okay to do so. And now it's before the result, which happened, which led to this piece of promo work by the one and only Jon Moxley, undisputed AEW champion. You heard right. Take a listen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that not how that was supposed to go? Best in the world, my ass. All the people that are surprised right now, they're the same people that wanted to write my obituary the moment CM Punk came back. They're the same people who wanted to call me interim champion, the same people who always write me off. See, those people, they don't matter. They never did. Because the truth is, the answer to every problem, any problem you might have in professional wrestling, the answer is always Jon Moxley. There is only one Jon Moxley. There is nobody that can do what I do like I do. I am professional wrestling. I'm not just some guy. I am the guy in this industry. And there are no limitations on what I can do, and I don't follow any rules. Everybody's always asking, when is it gonna be my time? When is my time coming? I'm telling you, my time is right now. Right this minute, 2022. We're living it. My time is now. My time is right goddamn now.
There you have it. And Cure brought up a point. Good or bad, it's subjective, but he said, I would say that match sucked, but he got his foot injured. Yeah, about that. Nah. Kayfabe, folks. That may as well be a literal heel turn. Now. Literally. Now, a lot of people say, well, that should be the main event. Well, there's something in boxing and mixed martial arts and combat sports and wrestling was especially in the before times, we're privy to that too, where yes, this was the main event in a sense, but one could have easily say this was the featured bout of the evening, where, hey, if this goes the advertised length, sometimes most matches could go up to 60-minute time limit. Well, that goes to the hour. Okay, then it would have been the main event. But the featured bout, as in the bout that was featured advertised, where okay, so if it goes, it only goes half an hour, then you have a couple of things you can advertise and throw on TV, so you actually finish out the 2 hours of TV. Now, in this particular case, the main event we actually got was fucking bonkers. We'll get to that, of course. T-Dub will explain that. But here's the thing about that 3-minute matchup. Cleveland. Tiger Style Pro on Twitter and TikTok. Put 2 and 2 together. CM Punk's last WWE appearance, or even like the last time he showed up at a Fed-operated building. That was Cleveland. CM Punk's UFC mixed martial arts debut. His big loss there against Mickey. Also a loss. Also Cleveland. Guess where we were this week for Dynamite?
Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Once is something, 2 is a coincidence, 3 becomes a pattern. I think both gentlemen saw, okay, maybe Punk said, okay, Mox did his job, he earned it. Put the belt on the guy and I'll work it back up. And Mox went, wait, if we're going to do this, we're in Cleveland, right? Yeah. I don't want to lose in Cleveland. Yeah, sure, but hear me out. And he lays out what I just laid out. And Punk went, oh. Hey. And Mox, and this is pure speculation on my part. But Mox probably went, hey, you want to turn heel eventually, right? Yeah. What if this is the Genesis? And Punk went, genius, let's do it. Again, speculation. And the whole thing about breaking his foot again, folks, if it was truly broken, you think the crew over there would have made a big deal of it again? They wouldn't know. They'd be shutting the fuck up and just focusing on the match. And those are 3 pros on comms. 4 if you count Tony Schiavone, which I think he was a part of the commentary crew during that matchup.
I think so.
And again, JC, word is the whole thing was Mox's idea. There you go. The fact that there are rumors saying that the whole thing was Mox's idea and it was just work between the two of them. If CM Punk truly re-broke his foot, you think we'd have that many rumors? Right now, we'd be going, okay, he broke his foot again, he's fucked. This is one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, it's short. Oh, it's not. Oh, you should have had it down on pay-per-view. But what if they had that? You know what? It's smart. It's fucking bold, but it's smart. Because here's the thing. You had in Cleveland loved both of these guys. So you had a mixed reaction. In Chicago, Mox would have been de facto fucking heel.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
It's bold. It's very ballsy. And I don't even know if it's going to work, but right now that we're in the limbo of we don't even know if we have a world title match. But I'll tell you this, if we don't, Kenny Omega is in the goddamn main event. Bucks, the Elite versus, well, what's it looking like right now?
United Empire.
Right now, that's the Dynamite final. We're gonna see that next week. But I'm talking all out.
Probably Dark Order, because Hangman's in their corner.
So you think they're gonna just have House of Black go down to Dark Order?
I mean, there's a multitude of things going against House of Black. Yeah, Hangman Page in the corner of Dark Order. You have Miro hunting down the various members. Also, you have Sting and Darby Allin waiting in the wings.
There's so much stuff going on right now that if they don't do a world title match, are we really going to miss it that much?
Also, we haven't seen Malachi Black since Miro showed up last week.
And they're showing up tonight on Rampage.
So who knows what kind of condition that Malachi is going to be in tonight. So You know, thinking about it, I can see Miro in some way costing the House of Black shot.
And they got a third man that's not Hangman. That is unadvertised. We're about to find out who that third person is. Also, Lefty, as a Punk fan, it's so much the right choice. There you go. And if they do wind up running it back, okay, so Punk wins, we have a rubber match to look forward to. As far as the 6-man tag, Silver Reynolds and Hangman says he's going to be ringside. He's in the corner, but that might change. That might change.
We'll just have to wait and watch Rampage tonight.
And Lefty XP, I think Hangman is going to be the third man. We're about to find out.
We'll
I've
find
not
out.
been spoiled. I do know it happens, but I do not know who the third man is.
Also, they actually played into this angle on BTE.
That they did because, Evil Uno had to be in Germany with Cole Cabana and
he didn't make it back. He did not
Daniels.
make it back.
More so than this, when Hangman was busy training the Dark Order, someone came in and said, "Hey, Hangman, Punk's out there saying
Hey,
something."
shut the fuck up. I'm training people here.
There you go.
Yeah, I love that.
So a lot of people are saying, well, there's heat between Punk and Hangman. It's like, if there really was heat, you think you'd be doing that, pulling that shit for a joke?
Yeah.
Possibly, I don't know. Maybe just, I don't know.
Yeah.
People are saying there's a lot of heat. The honeymoon's over. The only reason the honeymoon's over is because Triple H's honeymoon's starting. AEW, after they pulled 1 million people, and, they had this, of course, we're not going to get Guevara versus Kingston at All Out, but we're still going to fucking get it eventually.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those silver lining things with a card that stacked. Keep Guevara versus Kingston on a big Dynamite in a couple of weeks' time. They're going to be in New York in a few weeks afterwards. So there's that.
And since they're in New York, you know what that means, Matty.
More dollar pizza?
Better yet.
Oh!
Hello, sir. How can I take your order?
Hi, I'd like an Eddie Kingston versus Sammy Guevara the Aki way, please.
Sure. First, we put Eddie Kingston on the grill.
Oh, jeez.
Then we put Sammy Guevara on the grill. Then we cover him in cheddar cheese.
Ooh.
Then we put him in some between 2 slices of bread, and then we cover it with some creme fraiche because this match is going to be the shit.
Hell yeah.
Then we wrap it up, and the result is
OMG. Hey, don't forget the Bev.
never, never, never.
Raw Money on TikTok. He's a bodega guy, and he's fucking awesome. All right. I should also mention that, we're moving to that Anime Maverick slot in September on Saturdays. Because I was discombobulated like I usually am. When we move, we're going to move Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if there happens to be a pay-per-view, say, for example, Clash of the Castle, we can move everything back to Friday. We will obviously advertise, and it'll be the same schedule. Basically, this show, what we're doing, and with the hard out at 9:55. But on Saturdays, hey, we got the whole evening to ourselves. We can do 3-hour shows. We probably won't, but if we could, like, say, for example, our Best and Worst of show, oh, you damn right we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Without distractions. So that's a bonus. All right, that being said and recombobulated here, T-Dub.
Shall we get to the list of news?
That's a long-ass list. That's almost 1,004 news things.
Give us the news.
It's a Jericho size list. Kicking off with something a little personal. This summer marked something very special for this show.
Oh.
What's that?
10 years ago, I came on as the co-host.
Fuck, that's right.
Wow.
Time flies, bud.
That was back when we were on That Guy with the Glasses.
Yeah, which
No, we were already on RVT by that point.
by the time we had just made the transition actually.
Okay,
We had just made the transition.
And Lonnie was out, and Matty was trying out different co-hosts, and then he just sort of asked if I want to try out because, he needed somebody else who watched like Ring of Honor and indie wrestling.
Which was the style at the time.
Yes, it was.
And well, here I am, still co-hosting 10 fucking years later. Suck it, Diamond Ice 56.
Oh no, Lonnie! If by chance you're listening, he doesn't mean it.
Yes, he does, because he's a troll.
No, well, okay, true, but he doesn't actually mean it. Not in an official way.
I hope he's doing well. So, yeah,
I
10
believe
years.
he got married recently.
Mazel tov.
Congrats, Lonnie, you son of a bitch.
Now, getting on to real news. Johnny Gargano has returned to WWE Raw.
Oh boy, a lot of salty fanboys on this one, folks. It's a business decision. Gargano was perfectly happy not wrestling and being a dad. We've been over this. That being said, Triple H back. Seems things are going well. You look at AEW, the matches you could have. You go to Raw and SmackDown, the matches you could have. I think Gargano went, you know what? I'm going to go with the devil I know here for a little bit.
Maybe get back with his DIY partner.
There you go. And
Honestly,
they are both on Raw.
Honestly, this is the best choice for everybody because right now they need him.
Right now they need a lot of bodies, to be fair. But again, this is a rebuild with Raw.
Yeah.
Gargano's a good pickup for Raw.
And I'm glad they're brought back. He's back to being a bayface. He's got rebel heart. The crowd was singing along to it.
And it's Toronto, so it was 60-40 actual people who actually knew who the fuck Johnny Gargano was.
All we need to do is get Tommaso Ciampa away from Miz. Either feud with Johnny or tag with Johnny. Either way.
Lefty, money talks, so does trips. I don't think it was that much of a raise. I think it's just enough to say, okay, you've earned this raise, and oh, by the way, I'm running things now. I don't think the money was too much of a problem. It's just the fact that the management isn't going to ignore him in 3 fucking weeks.
JC says his first feud will be a theory, which means, could you imagine if Triple H gave Gargano the Money in the Bank briefcase?
Oh, I don't think they've announced it for I know they're fighting at Clash of the Castle next week, which, by the way, next week is going to be fucking crazy.
There's so many shows happening. Jesus Christ.
I already know how that phone call went between Johnny and Trips. His wife, Johnny's wife says, "Hey Johnny, WWE called. Tell him I'm busy. It's Triple H." And he looks up. He's like, "Daddy."
Picks up the phone.
Right, son.
That's right. Vince retired, right? Yeah. I'm running shit now.
I can give you a raise. How much you want? $5 and you can have me. Good, you're on Raw next week.
$5 and a ham sandwich for the kid.
Deal. Thank you, Daddy. No problem. Welcome back to the family.
Part of me wants to see Gargano with the briefcase just for Vince McMahon's reaction at home.
I love the memes of people, one classic example. Drew McIntyre's, we're wrestlers in a wrestling and we're gonna wrestle. Cut to Vince McMahon, in a rocking chair from ECW, looking all kinds of despondent. Fuck you, Vinny! That's the shit we've been wanting for decades, you fuck!
What are you doing, Paul? Derry was my pick. Who is this Johnny Gargle?
Fuck you, Vinny! Fuck you, Junior! People saying he's drinking the Kool-Aid. Fuck your Kool-Aid! I'm enjoying this shit again! Which for Raw, I'm like, dude, I've talked about the Sportsnet Now thing where it's like not just the network, but Raw and SmackDown and NXT, right? I think I want to get it now.
Well, you might want to get for the NXT versus NXT UK Unification matches happening next week at Worlds Collide.
Long story short, they're wrapping things up at NXT UK. They're not filming anything. We're unifying some belts, folks.
Bate is going to win this.
Ooh, versus Breaker? I mean, he's a big, strong boy. He's a big, strong boy. I will not disagree with that, but
Breaker needs to be on the main roster. They need the bodies.
Fair. And
Bate, he's got the cred. he's more than capable of to lead this new version, to lead the next generation for NXT.
Fair.
Well, if they want somebody who's got the skills of a veteran but still young in age, Tyler Bates your man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Still
a shame they let go of his tag team partner.
Yeah, that it's one of those, yes, this is bloodletting again, but this was one of those necessary evils. But it's not like in the old era where everyone getting fucking flushed to make a profit. This is restructuring. They're blowing it up.
Yeah, and by the fact that they're releasing so many people, we may not see NXT Europe until like this time next year.
What are they going to do? Pay for them to get home? To stay home so Nick Khan can cut them in 6 months? Nah. They're keeping it simpler. So listen, wrestle for a bit. When we get NXT Europe, we'll and Europe and you're still good, we'll call you. For a lot of them, it's 30 days off, and then they could work the summer and fall.
Yep.
Better than sitting around doing nothing.
And news that would probably never happen under Vince McMahon, Bianca Belair has signed with WME, meaning she's going to Hollywood.
William Morris something agency, whatever it is. But yeah. Yeah, that's all I can say there. Yeah, she's going to Hollywood. I'm like, yeah, it would never happen with Vince because Vince is so fucking anal retentive. So people are going to get their Twitches back too eventually.
You only star in WWE films like The Chaperone.
Nobody watched that film, Dad. Not even me, and I was in it.
And trust us, he fucking tried. By the way, Gargano versus Theory is not advertised on the card as of yet for Clash of Castle, but that obviously may change next week.
So here's
exciting times. We're talking in a positive light of the Fed.
Never thought it would happen again, but then again, never thought Vince would be forced to step down. But that's what happens when you fuck with people's money. That's one thing companies do not like.
Not just fuck around with people, literally fuck around with people's fucking money.
Those shareholders and the board of directors, they do not like taking company money and not reporting it properly. They take that shit super seriously.
They do.
They want it back now.
Do.
Oh boy. Anyways,
what a fucking world we live in. Holy crap.
What a world we live in. AEW Fight Forever got footage shown at Gamescom. It was represented by Cole Cabana, Evil Uno, and one of the representatives from THQ Nordic, which, by the way, I should note, some confusion among people. This is not the same THQ of old. This is a company that bought the rights to use the THQ name.
Basically, they bought whatever they could out of the original THQ, and they had to change it up, so THQ Nordic. So, in spirit and in name, yes, but everything else, brand fucking new.
So, we got to see a full match between Kenny Omega and Adam Cole. Looks really nice. Looks like an updated AKI game.
THQ AKI, No Mercy, WrestleMania with like a HD everything.
Yes, sir.
And there are some people who, obviously in the vocal minority, that aren't happy that it's not one-to-one super realistic graphics. But if you want that, there's WWE. They are offering the simulation.
Here's the thing. They want to port that shit on the Switch. You remember the last WB 2K game that was on the Switch? It was shit.
Here's the thing. The Switch can run really good games. It runs The Witcher 3 for crying out loud.
And Skyrim. But folks, there are some PS3 games, and people say, PS3 games, but you remember the PS3, right? Big fucking thing, even on the slim side. Look at the fucking Switch, even the OG Switch. It's running Skyrim.
It's even able to run PS4 games. Like, it's a bit more powerful than people give it credit for. So I have no doubt that it's all about optimizing the game properly and getting it.
Yeah, people have had time to play around with the Switch stuff. It'll look even better on PS4 and on PS5 and on Xbox. You poor bastards. And Enigma Extreme, Switch runs. Oh yeah, Switch runs Crisis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah, getting a wrestling game to run on Switch is no problem. more than anything else, it probably ran terrible on 2K18. Probably ran terrible because of rushed development for the system.
More than likely, yeah. And that was before it became the shit show of 2K20.
And even worse, Battlegrounds.
There you go. And Battlegrounds, I've tried Battlegrounds. I got a free code. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. And it was what we learned from this game from the footage and the Q&A afterwards is that we will be getting abbreviated entrances. There will be a win-loss record kept in the game for each wrestler.
Yeah.
Because if you noticed, Adam Cole and Kenny Omega came out with 0-0 on the records, and then after the match it said 1-0 for Kenny Omega.
Yep.
The special system is going to work very similar to the AKI games, where you build up a spirit meter and you can put it into special mode to activate your finisher. And much like the AKI games,
you taunt.
You taunt. And much like the AKI games, there are multiple finishers per wrestler. So Kenny Omega has the one-winged angel and also a top rope one-winged angel.
Actually,
which looked boss, by the way.
That was actually a Brett's rope, one-wing.
Yeah, Brett's rope. Yeah, the dangerous rope. Lefty XP, I just wanted All-Stars too. You know, really, the way graphically it looks like it's No Mercy crossed with All-Stars.
A little bit. I think Lefty's talking about that in reference to Battlegrounds, which is what it looks like it was shaping up to be, but unfortunately it did not hit that same bar that All-Stars did. But this game is definitely looking to be very fast-paced, a lot more arcadey. And this isn't saying that 2K games are bad, because they're very good at the simulation style. It's just good to get something more on the casual side of things from a big name.
There's going to be a lot of people saying, "Oh, WWE games are better because you get full entrances," folks. Give them a couple of years. Let's see the first game, and then we'll say, okay, when you guys do the next game, here's a list. Let's see what they're doing the first game before we shit on it. All right.
Oh, the developer there did confirm we're getting over 40 weapons to be used in the game.
Not including Darby Allin, who is a human weapon. I mean, he's skinny enough to be used as a weapon anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember everything else because there's a lot that they discussed.
And yes, that is my not so subtle way of saying yes. Beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker, but that's another story for another day.
They're confirmed that you can do intergender matches.
Yeah,
they're confirmed you can do mirror matches. So the one they kept saying was, Evil Uno loves saying this for some reason. You can do Paul White versus Paul White.
You could. You could.
Yes, Paul White was confirmed for the game via footage they used at GamesCon.
Yeah.
They had a demo there for people to play. Those demos set up specifically for that, so it's now available to the public.
You know what sucks? There are people who got to go to a game convention in Germany, got to see wrestling AEW debut in Germany. There's Fan Expo happening in Toronto, and I'm like, oh man, I want to cosplay at a convention, damn it. Speaking of that, Power Morphicon's fucking happening. No, I'm not salty at all. No, I'm extremely fucking salty. Which, by the way, considering Power Morphicon, I knew I was going to be salty. Look, couldn't make it because plane tickets are fucking expensive. But I am going to a Ranger stop. Confirm my friend. Got my fucking plane ticket there. Got one plane ticket. I just need to worry about the other one.
Oh yeah. Also, one thing they noted was the fact that there will be no custom championships, but you can earn the AEW championships. To which Colt said, "What? There are championships?" And Evil Uno said, "Yeah, we've never seen them, but they exist."
No. Wow.
Yeah, they self-burn themselves.
They did.
Nice self-deprecating humor right there.
Not just self-deprecating. That could be a subtle dig to the Fed with Roman Reigns.
Really?
I mean, if it is, great. If not, that's still self-deprecating humor.
This was a self-deprecating humor to me.
Yeah. I mean, no, actually knowing Colt and Uno, yeah, that's self-deprecating. Statement retracted.
Daily. So I'm trying to think. There you will be able to customize arenas and different stuff like that. Aubrey Edwards obviously confirmed for the referee of the game. Also, there will be tutorials during the gameplay by the coaches of AEW, and the one they showed off was William Regal. So, yay, getting taught wrestling game knowledge from Sir William Regal.
That's going to be awesome.
That makes it all worth it.
And now we're just, at this point, waiting for a release date, which the developers said that they aren't going to announce one until they're good and ready.
They're trying to get it for the end of 2022, but everything's still liquid at this point.
I hope they don't release at the beginning of next year, because that's when WWE's game comes out, and I don't want them to get trounced by that game, because that's still like a gargantuan when it comes to wrestling games.
Yeah.
They need their own release window.
They do. The good news is the first game that they're not going to say that they're waiting until it's good and ready, but you can pre-order it now.
Yeah, and I'm just after seeing the gameplay, I'm very much looking forward to it, because it's basically a cross between No Mercy and Def Jam.
And you had me at Def.
Now, if only we can get some more rappers involved. By the way, another thing confirmed, the background music for the menus will be freestyles from Max Caster.
Oh, nice.
Even better.
Oh, God.
Which should more or less confirm that he's in the game.
Yeah, that if nothing else, even if just on the things, even if it's just on the freestyles.
And the developer also noted that all the music in the game does come from AEW.
Excellent.
So Max Caster and Mikey Ruckus.
What more do you need?
Indeed, I seriously can't wait to play this game, because it just looks just fun to play, which is always the most important part. Because you can have all the graphics in the world, you have all the presentation, you have all the bells and whistles, but when it comes right down to it, it's all about how does the game feel in your hands.
Looking forward to trying.
Next up, Eddie Kingston just finished up a suspension for backstage altercation with Sammy Guevara.
Now, it was not the most violent thing, but you saw both parties on Twitter going, "Look, this is a thing. We're cool now."
Yeah, it was something. It was a miscommunication at best.
Miscommunication, or at the very least, someone forgot to say something to someone, and Eddie Kingston took it the wrong way.
The way I've heard it explained to me was, of course, spoiler for tonight. After his match, Sammy goes on a heel promo against Eddie and calls him a fat piece of shit.
Basically, the promo that was supposed to confirm Kingston versus Guevara at All Out.
Yeah. Problem is, he wasn't sure if it was cool for him to say it, because he didn't really get a chance to speak to Eddie before this. When two wrestlers are working together, they're like, okay, this is cool to say, this is not cool to say. And unfortunately, he didn't have a chance to talk to Eddie before that. And from his and Eddie's own words, he went backstage and Eddie sort of pie-faced him, but then they just hashed it out. Eddie took responsibility. He said he was in the wrong. And Sammy
and they said, all right, well, we'll suspend you for 2 weeks. Guevara apologized himself. Everyone went to their corner, and the entire internet took it as a fucking mountain, when it's a fucking molehill.
Yeah.
Even Eddie Kingston went online going, guys, chill. I was wrong. I did my time. Let's move the fuck on.
Mostly because of I think it was a stream clip of him signing some action figures, and he goes on this little rant saying, I fucking hate Sammy Guevara, he sucks, blah blah this and that.
Guess what, folks? In public, he kayfabe.
Yeah.
Although he did say, "Oh, you guys think this is what is it? The term you work? Nah, this ain't work." It wouldn't surprise me if he actually did not like Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, but he asked to work with Sammy.
Yeah, he's a professional.
Yeah.
He
Like,
says
he
he hates a lot of people. He says he hates Punk. He says he hates Brian. He says he hates Swiss. But I really, really doubt that.
No, he doesn't hate Swiss. They've been hanging out together. But I truly believe he does not like Sammy Guevara.
On screen, what I mean.
I know on screen, but in real life, he is friends with Cesaro in real life.
Yeah, I know that.
But when it comes to Sammy Guevara, though, I would have no surprise. I would not be shocked at all if those two legitimately did not like each other.
But are professional enough to go, okay, let's, we could work this into a thing, but let's not, let's keep it professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. Like I said, if they legitimately hate each other, I'm all right, fair. But that was one thing that was not but they're professional enough to say, okay, I'm going to say this, and that. But they never got a chance to actually discuss it. Big whoops. Shit happens, folks. Straight up.
Do you guys want a really good independent pro wrestling match to watch?
What up?
Does it involve
Courtesy of Enjoy Wrestling, MV Young versus Afro Punk Trishadora and Tiger Style T. Lee Moriarty, getting my words all mixed up, in a Three Rivers three-way dance match for the Enjoy Wrestling Championship. Hell of a match, especially that finish. Good golly, Miss Molly Holly, it rocked my socks.
I'm gonna give it a watch, especially since Lee Moriarty is in it. I love Lee.
Oh yeah, Lee Moriarty, Trishadora, MV Young, and Matty, you'll like MV Young's entrance theme. Renegade by Styx.
Oh, nice. Good choice.
Yeah.
And, technically speaking, it's the weekend.
Oh, that's right. Folks. It started last weekend, too. You might have missed a week if you guys don't watch the Wrestling Games Grand Prix. Spoiler alert, you fucking should.
We took 1 week off and we had 2 new champions crowned in Snoop Dogg and Sid Vicious.
22!
Yeah, that's right. Snoopy D.O. Double Jizzle is the new multi-vizzle world champion chisel. Yeah.
So first off, we had Sid Vicious.
I would love to do some VO for those guys and go, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Wrestling Games Grand Prix Multiversal Champion, Snoop Dogg.
That's right. Snibbity dibbity.
So start off with Sid Vicious defending the world title against Vampiro in Backstage Assault. I had a feeling that's what they were going to go.
I had a feeling as soon as wait a minute, he's coming out. There's the backstage stuff. There's Vampiro. I'm like, there's only one game he's on.
Even before then, because there's only so many video games that feature Sid Vicious. So I'm like, okay, if they're not going to do another Legends of Wrestling game, they have to go to Backstage Assault. And I was hoping it was going to be La Parka. Nevertheless, Vampiro was a good choice. But
hey, Vampiro's a good choice.
For some reason,
just as a reminder, Vampiro, you may be 10 times the man you think I am, but I got 3 times the peen that you do.
Yeah, because of Vampiro's slide whistle penis.
Oh God!
Wait, let me try that again. Vampiro, you may be twice the juggalo that I am, but I got half the eyes that you do.
Phrasing.
So yeah, Sid Vicious end up becoming victorious in this encounter, and then in the Multiversal Championship, we saw Snoop Dogg defend his title in Fire Pro Wrestling World against some guy by the name of Carry On Cross.
I was surprised to see Crisscross Kings wrestle this match.
Well, it's no surprise Snoop Dogg won since he was wrestling a fucking young boy.
Yeah. Hopefully Kevin Cross is doing better in the main fed now.
I just can't believe WWE would put a young boy in the main event.
So we're shitting on Karrion Kross's current run. Okay, cool.
Oh, are you going to disagree with Minoru Suzuki now? Is that what you're doing?
I'm a fucking idiot. Thank you for reminding me.
I will give Camptown Cross Kings a bit of respect since he got shot in the middle of the match and kept wrestling.
He fucking did.
Yeah, Snoop whips him to the corner, goes to grapple, pulls out a gat, fires off one shot, and Cross just
my leg.
At the end, Snoop Dogg just pulls that mic. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
My money is on me, kicking your bitch ass all night long.
I don't want Snoop to lose the Multiversal title. We need more shit as Snoop now.
I just got the perfect opponent for the Multiversal title. D-Mob.
Shit.
Get your $5 ass out of here before I make change.
Oh, I put down a better one for that for the multiversal match.
Oh, who do you got? Who do you got, Mr. Shin?
Well, since Snoop Dogg was a very big fan of the pimp slap, it only be fair for him to face off against another wrestler who used the pimp slap. That's right,
Godfather.
Coming out of retirement for Fire Pro Wrestling World, Snoop Dogg versus the Human Tornado.
Jesus Christ.
Yo.
We got to see who's the biggest pimp in the multiverse.
And for our final bit of news here, just as a simple LOL thing, Darby Allin leaps into a trailer via a Jeep.
Yeah, so the video is going online, and it's bound to be viral. It's a wide shot of a dude in a Jeep jumping a goddamn house and crashing into a pile of RVs. The driver? Gentlemen?
Fell.
Darby, goddamn it.
And Darby gets out of the car. Okay, I broke all my ribs. My feet have turned to jelly. And I think I'm blind. I'm going to go throw myself down some stairs.
No, you idiot. You need actual... God damn it. Call the ambulance again.
I fell.
Yeah. He did.
So, start off with going to Dynamite from good old Ohio.
Cleveland, which happens to rock.
Start things off with Jericho and Garcia trying to hash things out, and as they were going about their business, out comes Danielson once again through the heel tunnel.
Because why the fuck not? Also, Jericho's like, he's like, I want you to apologize. So it's typical Chris Jericho.
Trying to apologize over here, Chris. Why are you getting in my face? What are you doing? No.
First, Shin has convinced himself that Daniel Garcia is just another member of the Wahlberg family.
No, he's Mark Wahlberg.
Oh no!
I got proof. I saw him. After he left the ring with Jericho and Bryan. He's like, you guys can fight amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go talk to a Manta Ray. Hey, Manta Ray, what's going on? You're pretty cuddly. I like that. How come you're not a Stingray? What's up with that? People don't like Stingrays. Okay. See you later, Manta Ray. Say hi to your mother for me.
Have you ever pet a manta ray?
No.
Their skin is quite soft.
By the way, on Twitter, you replied to it already there, Shin, but someone on Twitter decided to say Disco Stew is greater than Disco Inferno, and I happen to agree with that statement.
Disco Stew is not disco trash.
Fucking A. Continue.
So yeah, Jericho. So it ended up becoming a thing where Jericho, all he wanted Daniel Garcia to say was that he's a sports entertainer. And Garcia just felt the pressure. He was like, nope, you're making me do this in front of all these people. Not going to do it. Not right now. And he just leaves.
Look, I still got to think about this.
And of course, Jericho wouldn't take no for an answer. Garcia pushes him down. You deserve a chant from the crowd. And after Garcia leaves, Danielson just has this big, huge grin on his face.
Go on. I'm not a sports entertainment fan, but that was pretty entertaining. And Jericho, because his ego needed some more massaging, said, fuck you all out. So
and then afterwards, Pearl Harbor from Jake Hager.
Because why the fuck not?
God damn it, Jake. Goddamn Pearl. A lot of Pearl Harbors this week.
Right?
Also, Garcia exited through the good guy tunnel.
More out of conflict, just wanted to get the beeline to the closest thing, and he just happened to go through the face tunnel.
I can't help but feel that's deliberate anyways. Then we get Dax the Axe Harwood versus Jay Lethal, which is a pretty gosh darn good professional wrestling contest.
John on the Shades on Wednesday said it best: a territorial match.
Oh
It
yeah,
felt like
yes.
felt like the kind of match you'd have in the old territories, old school, but with obviously a modern flair.
Woo.
And Dax Harwood continues to write his resume to be Wrestler of the Year by keeping this up.
He's moving
That
up
he
the
is.
list.
But due to all the interference and shenanigans, Lethal was able to pick up the victory via the tight-holding package. And then Sanjay Dutt got on the mic and announced that the six-man tag at the pay-per-view will not be against Sanjay Dutt and Sonam Singh. They will not be Jay Lethal's partners. Oh, no. It's going to be, of all people, the motherfucking Motor City Machine Guns.
I probably popped the hardest because obviously we've been watching Impact, but Shades, he had a hearty reaction to that too. He was like, holy shit.
As someone who's been a fan of these guys since 2004, hell yeah, I popped.
Yeah, that's pay-per-view money, and yeah, that's all out, folks.
I think that I just saw a whole bunch of people on Twitter going like, my interest level went from 0 to 100.
Oh, wow. All right. We're talking a legit pay-per-view seller here.
Yeah, because I guess people just thought this was just going to be a throwaway six-man match because of Santam Singh and Sanjay Dutt, but now you got like one of the best tag teams of all time in here.
Yep. This could steal the night on All Out.
Legit could.
And then we got the saddest news of the week was Thunder Rosa is legitimately injured, and now we'll have to crown an interim champion. And to anyone doubting the legitimacy of her injury, she went busted open radio earlier this week and know that she has a severe back injury, and sometimes she can't feel her legs.
So
Large discs.
for those, bulging discs, as Shin said. So for people thinking, oh wait, she's got heat with everybody. Well, that's not technically wrong. The injury is legitimate.
And you could just hear her just how really sad she was. Like, you could tell like,
she wanted to drop the belt.
Yeah, she wanted to drop the belt to Toni Storm, and you could tell that this just broke her heart that she couldn't do it.
Like there was some nervousness, some shaking. She did not want to say it.
Yeah, like you could tell like she was also a lot of frustration because she was so close to the finish line of her towel run, and just God, this guy drive you insane. Like when you're right at the tail end of your towel reign and you couldn't even drop it. And for poor her, like people are gonna tell her, "Oh, it's the worst women's title reign ever." I'm like, she was doing what she could. It's not gonna be the most remembered one, but she was having fun with it. She couldn't finish it.
Yeah,
which sucks. But in its place, we're gonna get a four-way match to determine the interim champion: Toni Storm versus Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter versus a returning Hikaru Shida. And as someone pointed out on Twitter, Hikaru Shida is now the only woman to compete on every single all-out card.
well, I'll be damned.
Right?
So holy Shida right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say this about this match.
Let me guess, Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
Jamie Hayter is impossible.
God damn it.
She is unlikely.
Nevertheless, I think they should still go with the current plan and give the belt to Toni Storm.
That's the
Yeah, I
smart
mean,
line.
and the best way to do it, if you want to really pull the trigger on, on the feud between Baker and Hayter, that's a fatal four-way is a hell of a way to do it.
Yep, it looks like Baker's going to get the victory. Hayter breaks up out of instinct, and then they start getting a little bit of confrontation. And then at one point, it looks like Hayter's going to get the victory, and then Baker breaks with the pin. They start bickering again, and then it just keeps escalating, and so on and so forth.
Yep.
There you go. By the way, for those, speaking of the women, WWE women's tag titles, they did the tournament. They got their finals. Io Sky and Dakota versus Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah. That's the final.
Okay.
I'm sad Gigi Dolan got injured.
Yeah, that was some
His
bad
Toxic
news.
Attraction would have been perfect for the finals. Let's hope that no injuries
Tell you
happen.
what, Io Sky and Dakota Kai versus Raquel and Aaliyah, that's not a bad final, though. All things considered.
Put the belts on Kai and Sky.
I could agree with that.
That's their name now, Kai and Sky.
Indeed.
They're going to kick your fucking ass.
Indeed.
Us more going to the Japanese side, not the Ed Ferraro voice.
Fair. Never mind. Never mind.
Kai and Sky is coming, motherfucker. And then in our next match, Colton Gunn defeated Billy Gunn thanks to interference from Big Stokes.
By the way, for the record, for why we're not calling them asses, one of them happens to be their birthday. So, Golden Gun, Billy Gunn. Keep it simple.
Yeah. Stokes.
Tomorrow, though, daddy ass boy. Tonight, fair.
They're the ass boys. Billy ass and the ass boys. Their last time used to be hindquarters.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's Ass Boys.
And then
Yeah.
our Glory saved the Acclaim from the Guns just decimating them.
What I hope for, I got.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And then we got Britt Baker versus Kylan King. And during the match, there were very loud Steelers suck chants because Britt Baker was wearing the Steelers colors.
Local heat.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Cleveland.
She didn't even have to cut a promo about the Steelers. She was just wearing the colors.
She just wore the colors and, yeah, pretty much.
Although I do wish this match got a bit more time. Hopefully, and I hope that they do sign Kylan King because she's pretty damn good. She's got the star power.
Indeed. Unlike some people we know.
Like?
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, you sound like you were choking on something.
I guess I just got something bland stuck in my throat.
What could be so bland and lacking in star power?
Disco Fever. Hey, what? Oh, okay.
I get it.
No, he wasn't choking, folks. He's allergic to bullshit. That's what it is.
All right, moving on.
I was going Disco Inferno for some reason. We'll get to the bastard. Don't worry.
Anyways, Britt Baker and Shin. Britt Baker and
Future ex-wife number 430.
you're not going to live that long.
No.
Jamie Hayter tried to beat down but onto Tony Storm, who tried to come to the ring after Britt Baker was talking her nonsense, but she'd have made the save. So baby faces prevail.
Yes.
And then in a backstage promo, the Acclaimed and Swerve and Glory confirmed at All Out for the World Tag Team titles.
Pretty much. They said, congratulations, you're ranked, so we're going to challenge you.
I like the way that Swerve and Argura has been handling their title reign right now.
Yeah.
I do wish they appeared on Dynamite more.
It's more like they just do it like you've earned the right to face. We have deemed you worthy to face us.
Okay, now I'm getting some Def Jam Vendetta vibes here.
Good.
Does that mean one of them can be D-Mob?
Yeah, definitely. Keith Lee can be a definite D-Mob.
But he doesn't have the voice, though.
You don't need the fucking voice, bud. He got his own voice. He's Keith motherfucking Lee.
I know, but once you hear Chris Judge as D-Mob, it's just, that's a whole new level of intimidation.
Fair.
Yeah, it's like Keith David. You just can't replace him.
Very true. And then, oh boy, Jon Moxley. Matty, what does he do to CM Punk?
Oh, folks. It's a masterstroke. If they pull it off, it's an absolute masterstroke. But 3 minutes, it's a world championship. A squash!
I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, holy fucking shit.
You know the last time we had that reaction? Goldberg Lesnar at Survivor Series a few years back.
I'm a bit more positive here because you're not having a part-timer come in and take an undefeated streak away from a monster.
Yeah.
True. But same levels, though.
Oh, yes.
There's similar reactions here.
Especially with how much the commentary was hyping up. Like, okay, we've gotten word from the networks.
We were settling in. We got some advertised stuff in case they go half an hour instead of the whole hour, and we're gonna be settling in. There's gonna be good. 3 minutes later, Punk's selling his fucking his repaired ankle, and Moxley is like, "Fuck you, I win."
Yeah, the doctors came over like, Punk, can you continue? Can you continue? Can you get up? And Mox is like, nah, I don't give a shit. Pulls him over, starts beating the shit out of the ankle, picks him up. Death Rider 1, Death Rider 2, 1, 2, 3.
Dead. And he limps out of the ring. Ace Steel's right next to him. And next to him, he looks back in a dejected mode. And people, and like, guys, if this was an injury angle, they wouldn't be looking at him. If this was a legit injury, they'd be like, no, okay, focus on Mox, and then we'll do the injury later. No, they kept that camera on that look long enough. Ain't no fucking injuries, folks. I'm sorry for the players. Oh, did he re-injure? No. I don't know what the end goal is, but it's a work.
I knew something was going to happen. I just knew it. I was like, something's going to happen in this match.
They had to do something to justify it being on Dynamite.
They had to do something. And it was one of those, they did, because we need to put them on Dynamite because at this point they're going to fucking blow up Cleveland. No. This was, we could give them the expectation, or we could tell them, no, let's fuck with them. Let's see how far we could take this. And CM Punk probably went, no, I want to turn heel. We need a catalyst. You want to lose to me in 3 minutes? On pay-per-view? Yeah, that wouldn't work. Dynamite? Maybe.
And this will be on hell of a catalyst because CM Punk seeing all the fans celebrate his loss. Just him limping up the aisle and all the fans.
And that shirt he wore is reminiscent of his heel run as WWE champion. There are a lot of fucking coincidences, folks.
And AEW isn't generally one to throw out random coincidences like they mean nothing. Like, this is usually a company that's like, okay, let's throw out some breadcrumbs, see if the people catch on.
For once, for the first time in a good long time, I have no idea what's going to happen.
And it feels good, doesn't it?
And people are going, oh, we're supposed to know everything. You're like, and yeah, fuck, it feels good. You go, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm excited about this too.
For good or for ill, whatever happens, I want to see what happens.
Same here.
I got to see it.
And then we got an excellent promo from New Orleans' own Ricky Starks, cutting an absolute banger promo that
it was Christian who accepted his matchup, and it was like he was a pro, and it was backstage. That was a good call. And then we get to Ricky Starks. Go ahead.
Wait. You guys forgot how to do it. I've been trying to.
Okay. Yeah.
Ricky, they call him.
So it was Christian Cage cut his promo, and then it was Ricky Starks, or
Pretty Ricky, what they call him.
Thank you. And as you mentioned, it was one of those things like, okay, crowd's like, oh well, we just saw a thing. We're shocked. And then Ricky Starks brought him back in like a fucking pro.
That right there is the hallmark of a true bona fide star. If you can have what happened with CM Punk and Jon Moxley and have someone go out there and cut a promo that can pull him right back in, that right there is how you know somebody's ready for that big time run.
You know what sold me on this promo? When he talked about his neck, and then he mentioned how Hobbs hit him in the back of the neck, and you could hear the pain and anger was like, you know I have problems with my neck, and you still hit me in the back of the neck. And that was just like, yeah, you betrayed me, but then you tried to take my career from me. So yeah, now it's fucking personal. So Ricky Starks just became a made man.
There's one thing missing from this promo, though.
What?
The factory.
No. And we're going to move on.
I will find you.
But what about Caveman Camarado and his lollipop?
I will
Fuck
find you.
the factory. Move on.
Cheat up. Need I remind you? My artist is still on speed dial, and I do have enough for another commission.
You could use that to buy a whole new video.
T-Dub, man needs his teeth more than needs to fuck with you. Move on.
So moving on, we got that excellent Mox promo we heard earlier.
Which is par for the course for Mox.
Par for the course. And people, I was short. Really, no, he didn't need much. He said what he needed to say right off the bat.
That's something I love about Mox is that he's able to cut these really short but really intense, really getting right to the point, right to the meat and potatoes of the matter promos that let you know exactly what you need to know, and that's it, no filler.
The best part, laid it out. Best in the world, my ass.
I love that part. Just
Plants
digging
the
that
seed
knife.
for the next one right there.
Yeah, just dig in that knife a little deeper into Punk.
And when Punk comes back to challenge, whenever it happens, best in the world, my ass, you got fucking lucky, asshole.
All right, then for tonight's matches, we're getting Guevara and Mello versus Ortiz and Soho, and for the ROH World Championship, Claudio versus Dustin.
That should be a banger.
And next week, we're getting Hager versus Danielson because of the Pearl Harboring, and Storm and Sheeta versus Baker and Hayter. And
I got nothing else to say on that. Let's get it on.
And I got some signs to point out from the crowd. Even MJF's Nintendog left him, and MJF thinks he's married to Sailor Mars.
Also, surprisingly, front row and center in the middle of the hard cam, an OTS sign.
Hell yeah.
Applause to the man in New York.
By the way, main event time. Let's go.
Oh yeah, Death Triangle, United Empire. They had a banger, and they gave them like a good half hour.
Folks, I'm gonna tell T-Dub not to go beat for beat on this one. You need to find a way to watch this matchup in its entirety.
It's a good high-flying greatness. Not sure what more needs to be said about it, really. Of course, the thing that's really to note about it is that it looked like Death Triangle were going to pick up the victory, but then Pac got distracted by a man who many people thought for months was Kip Sabian, pulls off the box. It's a plant!
It's a plant. Pearl Harbor! Kip is back and got a surprising pop out of that.
So we know who the next challenger for the All Atlantic Championship is going to be.
They've been building it up. Kip has been going to some of Pac's independent appearances with the box. So there was that.
And because of said interference, the United Empire picked up the victory, and afterwards, the Elite made their way down halfway down the ramp, but Don Callis stopped them, especially Kenny Omega.
And folks, there was a post-match promo. Again, you need to see it, watch it for yourself. I'm ready for next fucking Wednesday. I don't know about you guys.
I am. I want Matty, make it next Wednesday already, please.
I wish I could. And that's all the news I have for the week.
I only got aside from the obvious loser, I've only got one bit of news that I just found out today. Apparently, Big Sexy Kevin Nash is growing his own strain of weed.
And from what I've read on Twitter, you want a piece of that.
I don't smoke weed, but I want to get me that Big Sexy pack. Come on, the guy survived getting stabbed by Thomas Jane. He deserves a little relaxation in the form of a little of the ganja, of the ooh wee, the sticky icky. But that's all I got.
Let's do winners and losers then.
Oh, we already know who the fucking D-So
Oh, buddy. We got 10 minutes. Do what you can.
Yeah, I'll do exactly what I'm good at, which is more than I can say for Disco Inferno, because he's not good at very much anything. Again, he had to open his shitter, his mouth or his asshole. You pick one. They're both the same. Shit comes out of it, and it's unpleasant to look at. But yeah, he decided to do some shit, do some fat shaming about wrestlers who don't look quote unquote in shape. Like, look here, you son of a bitch. I've been watching wrestling for a long time, and some of my favorite wrestlers have been ones who are quote unquote chunky, who don't look like wrestlers, who are not have six-pack abs and arms the size of tricycles. I'm talking about your John Tentas, your Dusty Rhodeses, your Bam Bam Bigelows, your Big Boss Mans. Your,
And brother, they bad, and everyone except you apparently know they bad.
Yeah, your Mick Foleys, your Big Van Vaders, your Kevin Owenses, your Mark Henrys, your Big Shows. Am I missing anyone? Keith
Andre
Lee.
the goddamn giant.
Oh, and here's a name that I know that he probably wouldn't say. Ming. Why don't you say something about Ming, Disco Inferno? See what happens.
See what happens. You know what happens. Simon Miller knows what the fuck happens.
Yeah. So yeah, here's the thing. People need to get this idea out of their head that a wrestler has to look like a wrestler. You could have $1 million body, but no skills in the ring. I'm looking at you, Reno. Yeah.
I was going to say Mason Ryan.
Mason Ryan, too. And Chris Masters during his first run. All had great bodies, all couldn't wrestle for shit. What matters is if you can go in the ring, if you are believable. And it's ironic that he's talking about how people like Eddie Kingston are embarrassments to the professional wrestling industry when he himself is a joke. His entire gimmick is based on a character from a movie in the 70s. His biggest claims to fame were tagging with an infinitely better dancer and an infinitely better wrestler in Das Wunderkind Alex Wright. His other claim to fame was getting cracked in the back of the head with a steel chair by fucking La Parka. And his signature move is one he stole from Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he calls it the Chart Buster. Now, if you're gonna call it something, at least be like Mikey Whipwreck. Call it something interesting, like the whip snapper. That's cool. That's nice. But the Chart Buster? Really? So really, Disco, Glenn, you need to shut the fuck up. You need to stay off Twitter because apparently you're not good at Twitter. Go home and do what you're good at. Whatever that is, I don't know because you're not good at a lot of things. And he said earlier today, "Oh, I'm a heel all of a sudden," and I replied, and it got a lot of people liking it. Glenn, you are not the heel in this situation because at least heels can draw.
Oh!
And people were like, "Oh, Disco Inferno popped a rating for 1 week in some 1990 fuck." When and I'm like, okay, so that's what he's going with. Is that all he has going for him? Yeah, okay, he popped a rating once. Also, Al Bundy scored 4 touchdowns in 1 game. What else you got?
Yeah.
This is
And
all you're hanging on.
folks, Al Bundy is more over than Disco Inferno.
Glacier is more over than Disco Inferno. Norman
Fuck,
Smiley
I'm
is
more over than Disco Inferno. It ain't me. I got
Well,
12 people listening to us 3, and I'm more over than Disco motherfucking Inferno.
The Cat is more over than Disco Inferno. Both the man and the woman. Glacier's more over. Mortis is more over.
Damn.
Silver King was more over. God rest his soul. The Juice is more. Moppy is more over than Disco fucking Inferno. So people, all you people defending Disco Inferno and pretend like he's a big deal, no, he was not a big deal. He wasn't even a regular deal. I wouldn't even call him a joke. He is a Brendan Schwab joke.
Oh, damn. Stump the Schwab. That's a deep cut.
No, not Schwab. Brendan Schwab. worst comedian out there right now. Look him up.
Oh.
I know who he's talking about. Just it's a bit cringe. It's cringe.
Yeah, he is cringe.
He is. He
As
fucking
for-
is.
As for him, the only other loser I'll give this week is The Game. Not only did he pick a fight with Eminem, but he released his diss track called "The Black Slim Shady," and it's terrible. It is one of the worst diss tracks I have ever had the mispleasure of. It is down there with the fucking Rape and Zinga.
I've heard said diss track, and I have the perfect button. I will save us some time doing with the rant here.
Man, you corny!
Thank you.
JC says Matt Taven is more over than Disco Inferno.
You know what? I'll take that. Fuck it. I'm on T-Dub's side on this one. Matt Taven is more over than Disco Inferno by a goddamn country mile.
At least Matt Taven was a world champion. What have you been, Disco?
The only belt he's won is, I believe he was television champion
TV
once?
champ, yeah. Not even cruiserweight champ.
And nobody remembers them. And those are my losers.
T-Dub.
All I got is Disco Inferno because once I saw the tweet, I'm like, you motherfucker.
You know, I had Air
And
Canada
of
for
course,
the
one
longest
thing you have to mention is Eddie Kingston just absolutely obliterated him in the response.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Shen, you didn't even need to do anything. You were just piling on the crap at that point.
He was already burnt by that point.
Yeah. All right. So I was going to put Air Canada on it because they lost Bianca Belair's luggage. They had to go through Toronto, and, I haven't been through Pearson this year. I know the feeling there, Bianca. I know. The fact that they still lost it is like, that's bullshit, especially for Air Canada, because they're usually good at getting your shit back. Anyway, but no, I'm not even going to give them that because, to be honest, it'd be hypocritical because I bought an airplane ticket through Air Canada. So they're off the hook, but not goddamn Disco Inferno. Buddy,
we got a sweep.
We got a sweep, folks.
Come in. Could you come in? Come in. Bring the woman. Bring the woman. Sweep this up. Sweep it up,
folks. 13 viewers on this live stream right now. About a couple hundred people. 100 people live between the YouTube and Podomatic. I'm more over than Disco Inferno. Period. Let's do winners.
Winners easily. AEW and WWE. Just good wrestling all around. Got some great promos from the last 2 weeks. Great matches set up. Great matches that we've seen live on television. I've seen a big turnaround for both Raw and SmackDown. So, and of course this week, a lot of crazy shit happening that's got a lot of people talking for good and for ill. Just waiting to see what happens. And also, another winner, Lefty in the chat, aka Devin Quinn. We became Twitter friends from me savagely destroying Disco Inferno. Turns out Devin is actually a wrestler, independent.
So we have a live actual factual professional wrestler in the chat right now.
Yeah, I left the Twitter in the Discord. He is a part of a group called Mount Olympus.
Sweet.
He looks good. He's got a good look to him. I actually like him. Looks like something like a young Rock or Rocky Maivia.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, he's got a good look to him. I like the look of the group. Kind of nerdy, kind of badass. I like it. I dig it. I'm gonna try to look for some footage of him if you got any footage.
Hopefully we didn't turn you off with the backstage talk.
No, he was cool. I've been watching the chat. He's cool with it.
All right, sweet. Because we're not like we barely have any backstage wrestling experience anyway. So
yeah.
I think I'm the only one here who does.
Fair.
I got a slight bit of in-ring experience, but that was like 20 years ago. But yeah, those are my winners.
All right, T-Dub.
Oh, one more winner.
Oh, sure.
Eminem for dropping "Use This Gospel." Goddamn, it is a great track, and it just proves once again that Slim is untouchable when he's on his game. which is damn near all the time. And now I'm done.
Sure. You just
I'll
got to
give my
follow
winner-
it.
I'll give
Lefty,
my
you
winner-
just got to follow for that, by the way.
Ah, yay.
Why
We
not?
get follows!
Why not?
For my winners, it's just the world of wrestling. It seems to, everywhere you look right now, there's good wrestling going on, whether it be WWE, Impact, AEW, New Japan. It's just good stuff all around. DDT is doing some good stuffs. Just everywhere you look, there's some wrestling. You'll enjoy, you'll love it.
And Bob
Sweet
Saget
sauce.
curses like a fucking sailor backstage.
I'm not going to give TNT and Warner Media that were Discovery the shit for, could you cool it with the swearing? And look, they're just trying to, they're sending notes. Those are common in TV. For me, other than the guy in the chat there who happens to be an independent professional wrestler, what the fuck do I say at the end of every show, by the way? Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre last week, you heard I changed the intro a little bit, removed a couple things, tried to tighten things up a little bit there. The big catalyst was that clip there with Drew McIntyre with the wrestling and all that stuff. Kevin Owens was the catalyst. They both cut great promos, so I got to give them credit for that. WWE is a winner this week because I'm hyped for watching some WWE, which I haven't been in almost, 3 years? Gotta give them credit for that. Death Triangle versus United Empire. Watched the goddamn match. Everyone at Power Morphicon, including our buddy Easy Rider, who's going to be there the entire weekend. Like I said during the show, only reason I can't make it is the fucking plane prices, folks. And Raymona, or Raven Simone on YouTube, host and narrator of Tales of the Lost. You may have heard last weekend of something called Saban Moon, i.e. the pilot, not just the music, a high-quality version of the music video that made the rounds back in the day, but an actual factual 10-minute thing, voice-acted cartoon, live action and all, made its way from the Library of Congress, and it took a whole year and a big old documentary to get it done. So Raymona gets a winner for that, because if y'all didn't know, I'm a fucking Moonie. Love me some Sailor Moon. And people go, and I love that pilot. And yes, it's ironic because I know it's cringe, but it's so goddamn cheesy. It's so 90s. It's not even funny. Now, there's a whole part 2 documentary that's 2 hours, and the pilot and the music video are there. So if you want to watch it, I highly suggest it. It's actually a fascinating watch. But if you want to skip the bullshit, just go to those 2 videos. She has uploaded both the music video and the pilot in question. It's up there, folks. And yes, I changed my my Twitter avatar, my Twitter profile picture to a screenshot of the Saban Moon's transformation. Partly because I kind of liked it. It's actually pretty impressive for 1994-95, even on a pilot basis. Part the fuck to the people who think it's shit and should not have been undug. Even I could get my subtle moments. Let's do some wrap-up, boys. We're running long.
All right, I'll try to do speed round. Thanks to hopefully some good stuff happening to my computer. I think I can post videos again, and my first video will be, of course, some good old-fashioned War Machine lore. Got a hold of some of the new 4th edition stuff, which includes more advancements in the lore, so I'll be reading some of that. I'll also be doing some Marvel Champions playthroughs, hopefully, if I get the time and I can record. So there's that. It's on YouTube at Maxicorn. As always, and also, if you want to help me out for my teeth because they be bad, paypal.com/Shintigercurl. And also, if you want to support some in other ways, you can always purchase my book. It's still available on paperback on Amazon. New World by me, Greg Haynes. Check it out. I know these 2 got a copy of it, so get it. Cop that shit.
It's a good book, folks. Teed up.
Of course, got my YouTube channel where you can check out video game reviews. since the last episode of the Wrestle-Cast, which was 2 weeks ago, I put out my review of Kingdom Hearts on PS4, as well as Ratchet & Clank 2016. Go check out those reviews right now!
All right, and of course, you want to watch, if you want to watch T-Dub's video a little early, it's Patreon, patreon.com/TWK reviews is where you go for that. Even $1 gets you in early. As far as what I'm concerned, of course, I have my tip jar, PayPal that I made /MannyJ316. As for both Shin and myself, donations are optional, but very much appreciated. Follow us on Twitter at MannyJ316, at TWKOfficial, and at Shintigercurl. And as far as the next show, it'll be next week. I don't have a Toka Riffs. It's not until after All Out anyway. So my next appearance will be with these two chuckle fucks on the Rift Zone on the Impact Watch Along. And we're going to have an all-out preview show next week. Looking very much forward to that. But that'll do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you so very much for tuning in, and good to be back. Yeah, the dust would have... allergies, man. Allergies. On behalf of everybody, including Shintigercurl.
Fashion Booger is more over than Disco Inferno.
The Goon is more over than Disco Inferno. T-Dub.
Fallout 76 is more over than Disco Inferno.
Oh, fuck. Damn. All right, so everything's up in game. Is game, right? We don't have enough time. Fuck. Oh, I'm sorry, Guts. I forgot the email. Sorry.
Unfortunately, we didn't have time.
We didn't have time, and I forgot. We do acknowledge it, though. Yeah, I had the note, too, and I thought we ran out of time. Sorry about that, bud. Yeah. Goddamn. Okay. Okay. We'll need to make a list of things that are more over than Disco Inferno for next week. Deal?
Deal.
Everybody in the chat, the Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. It's on the screen. Let's have some fun and roast this fucker some more. My name's Matty, reminding you to tell professional wrestling support your independent promotion as soon as possible. Hotel Mario is more over than Disco Inferno. Boom. Have a good one. Have a safe one. We'll talk to you next week. Bye, 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 bye.
There's not been a new person debut for almost 8 days. This roster is getting stale. Oh yeah, it's Rebel Heart playing. Oh shit, it's Rebel Heart playing!
Wait a minute.
Oh fuck, that's an anti-tank rifle.
Oh fuck, that's an anti-tank rifle!
I see what you did there, Davis.